All right, so we are loaded in game. Are we not? What the hell? There we go. All right. So it begins. We are, of course, continuing our Ukraine run here, where we are looking to conquer Russia. We're almost done. We just have to reduce autonomy on it once and then annex it. And so this is 2 more wars. We're kind of close to the deadline at the end of the game, so we're going to try and keep things going for the most part. And off we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let's just double check. Everything's going. Does appear to be. And yeah. Okay. So, right now, we still have a truce with Russia, so we're going after Kamchatka. Kamchatka? Kamchatka. And I suppose we could side in some of these plays, but for the most part, not very high reason for us to. If you're high infamy, you will not be able to get anything used. Oh no, what the hell? Whoopsie. I wanted to declare neutrality. This is why we don't play on Iron Man. That exact reason, well actually there's a few reasons why we don't play on Iron Man, but that's the biggest reason to not play on Iron Man, right there, is that there's no confirm button for switch sides. You can switch sides and you can just completely brick your run. See, here, I want to just declare neutrality, because I didn't want to be involved in some random play, and I didn't recognize my flag, and instead it's switch sides. Where we would become the Afghan liberal revolt. And I'm pretty sure no matter how hard we microed, we would not be able to win that one. I have a sneaking suspicion that we would not be winning that one. I could be wrong. But, would be nice if on some of these we could actually get war goals. Because we would be super down for, like, subjugating Portugal as a war goal, but alas, we cannot. And we can't side in this one anyways, so we'll just declare neutrality. And let's pull up the chat. Alright. Do want to keep things moving along, though, for the most part. Because this is going to be a little bit of a slow... Speaking of slow... I mean, we don't need to mobilize these guys. What are these guys about? Transportation. I guess rails is kind of what we want them on. This is one of our better, or our faster pushing armies, because they have access to the reconnaissance of the air... not the airboats. The aeroplanes. What are we researching right now? Tanks? Yeah, that's probably the truth. The truth always hurts, just like tanks. We are... Yeah, we have kind of already the best techs in the other categories anyways. And look! Wow! Our one party won the election. Crazy. What wild. So wild. Now, this will gradually destroy the cloud of all the other people, and it'll all be into the Communist Party. We will be going communist relatively soon. Let's actually check out Paul Allen's stream. But we are going to, in the Discord, link that we are streaming, because we don't always do this, and we probably should do it in terms of best practice. While we do this. Alright. The Olympic. Don't we get a tragic event after this? Alright, let's do Industrialist approval, so maybe we don't have to rev. It's our second one of those we got on Goys. I think we're gonna make sure... Yeah... You know what we should have done is we should have landed with something. Alright, let's land with these guys. Wait, what? Are we at war with... Okay. Oh. Okay. Did not realize that that was the vibe. we're not at war with these guys yet, but we're gonna land those guys, I think. Instead of landing Bombay. Because these guys don't have too much in the tank. Probably actually just mobilize whatever this is. It's a big secession, though. It is a big secession. Also, in terms of news, well, we got the loud car outside, but in terms of news, we also did get partnered on Twitch, so that is very exciting. For those of you who are watching on the YouTubes, we are also now multi-streaming on Twitch, if that is your preferred platform. I don't really have a strong preference which one people watch on, I don't think. I know Twitch has, like, one of the complaints I've heard about Twitch is that they have, like, they run, like, longer and weirder ads than YouTube, and then, but Twitch has more, like, tools and stuff. We don't really have much in the way of emotes yet, or anything like that. We are working on that. Looks like we're gonna pretty quickly occupy them here. Maybe we should have landed the other one. Take a look. Yeah, let's land there now. And these guys are traveling to that other front, so things are good. Good evening, Paul. How's it going? Just here for our, you know, kind of standard Saturday morning stream, although we didn't schedule it beforehand. I really got to schedule them beforehand because it makes a big difference in terms of how many people are here at the start. That's okay. People come in over time. How's it going? Oop, looks like we're pushing pretty quick into Bombay here too. Or Bhopali. Bombay is right here though. Bombay does have a company, if I recall correctly. I don't think it would be worth us using, but it's like one of the more interesting companies, if I recall correctly. It's like clothing and something else, but it affects construction in a weird way. Let's see if we can find it. Like, yeah, I'm not suggesting we use it, but I think it's Tata, or is Tata there? I can't remember. I might have skipped over it. Tata, the extra max weekly construction progress is an interesting modifier, and construction sector building throughput is an interesting modifier. So most of the expense comes from the goods on construction buildings, so throughput isn't like really giving you that much free construction. It decreases the price, but maybe 2 or 3%, this 5% construction building throughput or something like this. But this is just because you get more advantageous mapping, and so you get to build construction in better places and have better prices, and that's the cause of like the 3% decrease in construction. Because you get more construction per building, you don't have to build in less suboptimal places, but the plus 10 Mac weekly construction progress, it's just a very interesting company. We could probably add construction here and go up to 5K or something. I mean, at this point, gratuitous, but why is it so cheap there? Oh, I have a sneaking suspicion. Yeah, not everyone's on steel. Although, the places along the river up here will overperform because they have 100% mapping. So these places will be really good for us to build construction. Because there is, of course, this river. which gives a very nice modifier. Plus 5% market access. Ganges River. Oh, looks like it extends. No, we don't get it in the Delta, which I think is strange. I think the Delta should have it too, but whatever. What's this? Revoke Ukrainian claims. Proposed by Portugal. Eat shit, Portugal. Thought we were on the same side here. We know that there's a huge construction malus here, we just don't care enough. You have to go in a bit, you have a Arma OP? Arma OP? I don't even know what that is. Let's look that up. Oh, it's a game, okay. You kind of restored the Soviet Union. Yeah, we kind of did. We kind of became the bad guy. Act 1 was, yeah, history repeats itself. First is tragedy, then is farce, right? We started off with, complaining about Russia being the bad guy, then we became the bad guy. We did restore the Soviet Union. The truth hurts. Like, why would we... Bro, we did all the work here, Portugal. You hitting us with that? Unreal. We should be spending our authority, though, if we're not gonna switch to cooperative ownership, which I think we should here, so... I think it's time. It's time. It's time. Let's do it. 69% chance. Nice. Just one more week. Nice. What is this about? The fuck? Bro, that's so dumb. Why do they get the state from the secession instead of just keeping their little inky-dinky treaty port? That's so wild, man. Alright. We just screenshot that real quick. Oh, that's triggering. Let's maybe use some of that. Something like this. And then we can now declare another war. I think we don't quite want to annex them. Man, that's so ugly, but we got that. Actually, we want to check what our truce is looking like here. 4 months left, so we don't want to be involved in a war that's over 4 months. So I guess we're just reducing autonomy where we can, and that's kind of it. I don't think there's too many. I think Kutai or something? Yeah. We don't have too many subjects at this point. So I guess we're in chill mode. Please enact anarchy. I just want to know what flag Ukraine would have. Doesn't Ukraine turn black on anarchy? Maybe we can go anarchy just for the memes. But single party state's so good and anarchy is so bad. Maybe we'll do it at the end. 1.5 billion on the GDP. Baby, you know me. I guess we do have to keep the construction queue going a little bit. Considering we don't want to pause later, let's start doing this now. Get another one in Transvaal. Debris could use another one. Something like that. An agitator. An agitator. Industrialist doing hot work. In theory, we should have places where they have lead mines, or even oil. Should be auto-expanding these, so. So, like here, we're gonna put in the auto-expand on the glassworks, because one of the major inputs is now oil as well, so. Which is something I kind of forget sometimes, but do some of that. We'll check. Alright. Trying to keep things going more than anything. We can do this. We don't want to get an uprising right before we're trying to go for Russia here. That would be not ideal. I need to fix our PMs. Sag. Five weeks left. I wonder what character appears from this. An authoritarian? Okay. I guess if we read more, we could probably infer what character is going to get created. We're specifically trying to incorporate places that we know are going to have the river bonus. GN specifically has a ton of sulfur. So we can get going kind of on that, probably. Something like this should be fine. And then, often the best place to expand is actually going to be looking where we have unemployed, and we have a ton in North Bengal, so let's see what we can do there. So we know we actually will be able to eventually do a ton of, well, let's see our infra. What are we working with? Alright, so let's lead with some of these. University. Do we build 2? 2's probably fine. For the qualifications, to allow us to do stuff like this, we have to be a little bit careful, but This should also be employing up, yeah, which it is. This on auto expand. Probably just 51 it, to be honest. I don't think we're using elastics anyway, so we'll just do this. I think elastics not very good right now. Isn't micromanaging construction a bit gratuitous at this point? Well, we want to keep it going. Oh, we have to do this before we get cut down to size? What? Why is that? Isn't the cut down to size a defensive CB? Shouldn't we be able to declare war? Okay. We're gonna load. Because we can't afford to have like a multi-year war. Kind of braked. We can't afford the multi-year war, guys. The thing is if we don't micro the queue to some extent, it will just, yeah, they won't accept. Fair. I think we just put this there. And one of these Chinese armies. We put here, maybe? And then maybe we just put a defensive army here. Blah. We gotta merge some of these kind of nothing burger armies. I'm not even sure exactly what we're dealing with a lot of these, but I think we probably want the troops if we're going to be targeted by another cut down to size here. What's up, Barca? How's it going? How you be? Do want to get the unified like chat going at some point where you can see, we'll have the chat somewhere that you'll be able to see for both categories. Hey Pickles, how's it going? What goods do you think should be added in Victoria 3? None until performance is better. I think art should be changed to media, but I think they are already doing something similar. But none. Zero. Or 0 buildings should be added. I guess I don't care if goods are added, but 0 new types of buildings should be added. Because every time you have a building, it's going to have a bunch of workers. The workers are going to be bifurcated based on religion and, you know, culture. And every single one of these fragmentations creates a new entity for the game to calculate. And so if you add a new type of building, that, like, will significantly negatively affect performance. So, kind of the opinion that 0 is kind of the appropriate number. Why are we fighting Poland? Oh, they sided. UK sided as well. Okay. I think we will instead then put this guy on this front, this guy on this front. Send the Chinese army over here to deal with the conscripts. You guys are the English army, we'll just station you there. I suppose we could, we'll have to think what dirt exactly we want to take here, but we could sway the USA. I assume they want California or Alaska. Nope, just New York. Only the New York seas. I forgot we took this. Big ups to us. North German Fed sides with Russia. That is going to be a sticky front. So we actually We'll switch a couple of these guys on to defend. Maybe make this a cautious advance. So now it's just a matter of what do we want to take from people. Well, that's perhaps it's more than that, but let's see. These are Indian in the 45th, in the 46th. Also looks like Indian in the 44th. What are you? Where are you from? North German, Polish. Okay, so the 45th and the 46th will merge together as the Indian army. Probably dismiss Lancers. I don't think we need Lancers anymore. And then I guess we disband with this guy. And then that guy will get transferred to a new army. The 44th is a... Let's get rid of these Lancers. Oh, we're kind of fine being this... We're going to make this a regional army. You ever watched the entire stream and haven't watched since realized missed a ton is happening? When was the last time you watched? I mean, a lot's probably happened, yeah. We'll just keep these guys on trench. That should be fine. We'll kick them on over there. Guess we do have to move around the navies. Oh my god, we have so many fleets too. So little micro is starting to become a little bit overwhelming. We kind of want to keep going too, huh? Don't we? Well, move this fleet over here. It kind of already was over there. We do have to think what we want to take. Give them nothing, take from them everything. I mean... Returning British Nagpur would also make some sense here, I guess. Make things a little bit easier on us. Still salty about this Portugal thing. Their little treaty port gave them the entire thing when we put down the native uprising instead of the other thing. Surprised the USA hasn't joined in. They might do their own play though. I guess maybe we start taking this stuff. Wow, we could take the oil stuff from them as well. I think we probably only want to enforce on one of these two German guys, so... But we could take Kerman. Where's British Kerman? British Trucial Coast we want to take. And clean up the borders with that. Kerman. These are definitely not the most efficient takes, but... Oh, then we could take exactly 4 states? I think I like that. Oh, we don't want to get wrecked by someone deciding that they want to push from here. I don't think that's necessarily likely, but... The whole world is siding with Russia against Ukraine, how the turns have tabled, basically. Kiko says, my guy's taking longer to have more people donate for Ukraine's cause base. We're trying. I think most of the people who wanted to donate donated the first day, though. Or this does seem to be the state of affairs. Return your roll. I guess we'll take East Slovakia, Northern Transylvania, Southern Transylvania. These guys are about to all get marginalized anyways. Oh, maybe we could transfer a subject. Yeah, we could take a couple of these. These are kind of expensive for the infamy. I mean, we could just be dirty and take Bohemia, which would be way better, to be honest. Actually, we could take East Slovakia, Northern Transylvania, Southern Transylvania. Kind of avoid some border gore. And still take Boho. Northern Transylvania, Southern Transylvania. So we will be trying to enforce on specifically these guys. And we do have this. Where are you guys? These guys are pushing here. Let's see. Let's get rid of these. Not exactly going to be our finest landing squad, to be honest, but I think these guys can defend just fine. I guess we'll keep the squad. Do something like this. Probably want them on forced march, just because they're from, like, India's their main HQ. They'll generally have trouble getting places. We'll put on machine guns and this. And we will make them a regional army. Rename them the India Army. Probably eventually give them tanks. But kick him over here. I'm not sure everyone gets there in time, so we're gonna move a little bit of a stack over. Just in case people aren't getting there in time. New Go was the expansion of Goa in Portuguese India. Yeah, I just don't think they should have gotten the whole thing. Give you a random country to play. New Granada. We will raise the National Guard as well. Well, these guys ready. These guys are going to need to land Hungary. Or this is kind of what we want them to do. I think we could lose some frigates here. Construction queues kind of holding up here. We are almost on cooperative ownership. Looks like at least our 20 stack will be getting here. So that'll be good. Looks like they're not opposing us here, so we might just put one of these on advance. Probably want to get off of these Lancers sometime soon, but also fundamentally, we are powerful enough that like most things don't matter. No! We forgot to put in our last war goal, didn't we? Yeah, we did. It's kind of whatever. We'll just not have all the war goals. That's fine. We could load, but come on. We're not, like, super trying to min-max the run, so... Bum. Yeah, we should be pushing them pretty good. And then... I guess we maybe don't want to land with our absolute massive stack, so we'll just land with, like... you guys at the English Channel. But we will use our 200 stack to clear out anyone from this sea node. Wait, why do they have no one? Okay, that's this front. I guess we'll just advance through it. And then once there's a battle, we'll swap back to defense. We should be able to push through Russia here. I think our fast pushing stack is here anyways. One of the few ones using aerial combat or whatever. And I think that should be it for them. Nope. Do we really need 2 battles to occupy Krakow? That's wild. What a time to be alive, guys. What a time. This will be a bit of a time here. Alright. So we are going to need to... Where are you guys from? Han. Alright, these guys are Chinese. We'll give them the opium. We're gonna move this army. It's currently unopposed, so I'm gonna move it here. And then these guys, I think, are another Chinese army. They look like it, so actually let's make them trench, to be honest. then we're gonna need some sort of big stack over here. I think we'll be able to enforce on someone. Before all this happens. Or maybe not. We'll see if anyone sides against us there. And we get like multiple repeat wars. We occupied all this yet? Nope. I think once one of these finishes out, we'll move it over to USA. Which this should be done soon. We'll find peace and war. Italy betrays us? How dare you? Didn't we have... Where are you at? Thought we had someone down here. We want someone down there because then we can enforce on the UK faster with what we've taken from them. Ooh, game is going a little bit choppy chop. We do have to switch on over PMs specifically to cooperative ownership. On the agriculture specifically, because you could have government-run agriculture, so we have to make sure everything's on co-ops. Oh well, we need to also get off of commercialized agriculture, huh? But on these, I think we need to commercialize agriculture. Let's do that. Or sorry, collectivize the agriculture. Looks like our AI has a brain for a second, and so we are actually taking Ingria. What if you put one lands in your country, do you get the 30% bonus? The percent of the bonus you get is proportional to the amount of the unit it is, and so even if you have 50-50 Lancers infantry, you actually only get a 15% bonus. It's proportional, which makes it really not attractive to do the things like that. I think we just take Pennsylvania. We could actually conquer down from here and also take Illinois. Is there an adjacency here? No, maybe we take Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, Kentucky. Maybe we unmanifest their destiny because that's funnier, so we take Washington and Oregon. It's definitely funnier. Washington. Pennsylvania is good, so we'll take Pennsylvania. Oh, we needed to put one of these in as our primary war goal. That's a miss. Oh well. Instead we have war reparations, yuck. And then we can take West Virginia, Virginia, or West Virginia, Kentucky, probably. West Virginia, Kentucky. West Virginia. I hate that you have to declare what you're going to take at the start of the war. This doesn't make too much sense. The entire war system doesn't make too much sense though, so here we be. Wow, we just took I guess Virginia's coastal. Did we want to take Kentucky? Is that... Wait a second. Virginia, Washington, Pennsylvania. Let's take Kentucky. Still West Virginia. Actually, Alabama's real good. Maybe we take the Bama. So we have Ingria, so we should be taking them down. One day we maybe get through all these naval battles. We certainly have the navy size for it. Where are you guys at? Java Sea. Alright, we'll keep you over there. Gulf of Mexico. I guess we'll keep you over there. Poland HQ. Alright, we'll use you. Come over here. Get some battles done, man. Alright, the 33 stack has managed to work its way free. So we're gonna ship it to Canada. Canada needs to assign to fronts, man. Actually, maybe these guys are already, like, where are you headed? Let's put one of these guys here. Because we don't want to lose the fast Canada front, and then the 33 stack we'll send over here instead. Looks like that Canadian army's coming back, eh? These guys are taking friggin' forever. I think we raise the conscripts, maybe. Yeah, we have so many armies. Maybe we should reorganize them. We get analytic philosophy, which is a joke. I mean, we'll swap over, but... Still is a bit of a joke. We're making slow progress there. I think with the 200 stack we might end up landing this 80 stack once they're done. Okay, he's going there. Let's give him Boyo. Have we nuked the Industrialists yet? Not quite yet. Are you stuck, my guy? What's going on? I'm supposed to be going over here. We've occupied this. Have we occupied this? No. Where are you from? The Andes HQ? Alright. Javan. This way we should be able to enforce on the UK a little bit faster. Looks like we do get in over here. With our 30 stack. Nice. Maybe we raise the conscripts now. It's kind of cute. Let's move this over. Hopefully they push cap. We'll see what happens here. Exactly. But that would make everything kind of work perfectly. Oh no, what's going on here? They just decided to do a switcheroo and then decided to switcheroo back. hates to see it. Alright, we get tanks. We can't upgrade things to tanks, but stuff where we've been holding off, we can definitely do some upgrade to or we can do some building of tanks. We can't upgrade to heavy tanks, that is. We need to turn on the buildings. I think just one will suffice initially. That way we can start building. And then we're looking. We'll do some of that. Which will make the Chinese army pretty fierce. And also, maybe we want to put some of the tank stuff in here. Considering we made some of that up. War with the US is broken up. Hey Generalist, what is a good nation to industrialize on? I keep trying on Persia, but just get to a point where I'm building nothing but construction materials. What am I doing wrong? That's fine to be building nothing but construction materials. Your economy starts to shift to being more manufacturing oriented when you run out of peasants. And so Persia has a decent amount of peasants, and so it'll take you a little while to run out. Front slippage here. Did we occupy all that? No, surely we didn't. What hell? The hell? Anyone willing to become the subject? Nope, they're not. Okay. Oh shit. Keep forgetting. Yeah, we're just gonna fix up some of these PMs. We hate the automobiles, we hate them. Oh, we are using some of those ships. I forgot. We haven't deleted all of them yet. Yeah. It sucks that artillery just gets completely obsoleted when you get tanks, but like, there's too little time left in the game for it to be like a super big deal, but... No, they're taking California before we can get there. No. No. Not what we wanted. Please slow down. I think we'll still be able to get up to this Canada front though. We're slowing down enough. Where'd you go? You just decided you wanted to go home? You decided, hey, maybe we'll go to war tomorrow. Okay, I can respect that, I guess. Front breaking and reassigning is just like a vibe, man. I guess we should have been more aggressive about occupying all this. This is the India Army, I think. No, we made the India Army the India Army. Let's delete their siege RD. Let's delete the Lancers. And instead get some tanks. Make up to 40 tanks in North Bengal. And then we need another 20 of this. We'll make it in Madras. And then North Bengal will make a tank thing. And set it on auto expand. It'll take a while for that to come up though. Oh my god. Make it stop. We did take Kerman, did we? We did not. Oh, you guys just stationed here? Yeah, here, just take this. Yeah, good luck getting to that front, boy. 1929 sheesh? Yeah, basically. What's making Spain purple? I think it's that they're presidential authoritarian. Oh, I don't know what's making it purple anymore. Man, I don't know. Surprised the game still runs. It is slow. What country can reach the highest GDP without going over 100 infamy? Russia, maybe? No, Qing. Definitely Qing. We don't need to touch, we don't need to touch North Germany, so. I suppose let's get some of this military more towards the front of the queue. So we do have a big queue. It's not the size of the queue that counts, it's the way you use it, but we do have a pretty big queue, I'm just saying. Yeah, North German's out, Austria-Hungary's out. Austria-Hungary being out frees up our biggest stack. So with these guys, we will try and land. Wait, what? Oh, we didn't click the landing button. We're gonna try and land over here with our 200 stack. And to that end, we're gonna try and have these two navies help clear out the riffraff over here. And I think we can land in on like this, so I think this works. once we get Nagpur here, it'll probably be a short order till we get the rest, but stop doing this. Oh my god, the fronts are so icky. God, man. Rajput Secession, please stop. I wish they would occupy faster. So I guess that India army is maybe going to put down that Rajput Secession. Just holding out on Great Britain. I mean, maybe we're supposed to actually not take everything off of Great Britain, just so we can enforce on them a little bit faster. The thing is, we're about in their capital here, so we're like rearranging their guts a little, so just a little bit. I think we keep this India army over here to deal with the uprising, unfortunately. I hate that there's nothing you can do once the secession starts. It's just like, yeah. By the time the player's notified of anything, there's like zero agency that you can bring to bear on the thing. Oh, I forgot we're also fighting Italy. Awkward. Okay, now they are good with this, so we will do that. Super. And then it's just kind of a matter of cheesing our way through the various navies, I think. Suppose we do want to kind of bring over everyone. Not to the Dinapur HQ. You're actually fighting. You can probably stand down. Did urbanize Ukraine. You can probably stand down. You can probably stand down. Now we have to actually manually swap. Because all these get swapped to government run? Yuck. We'd rather be workers' cooperative. Workers' cooperatives for everyone. Yay. Workers' co-ops, workers' co-ops, workers' co-ops. Workers' co-ops. There's a guy who, like, I don't know, has been showing up in my feed who, like, plays an FPS. I don't even know what the FPS is. I don't really play FPSs, so it's not my wheelhouse. But he just, in the, what is it, like the local chat, or like the, where you can hear people near you, he just, like, yells, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, and tosses, like, grenades, that are, like, electrocuting grenades, and it's the funniest shit ever. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, and, like, the people get so fucking pressed, because he's, like, I mean, like, obviously it's really annoying, right? It's like the funniest thing. And like the title of the video is like, someone doesn't like my mage build in like XYZ game. The biggest of queues. What's the shortcut when confirming the change of the buildings? I think C. So if we let's do one. I'm like not even 100% sure what it is. Well, okay, so these we could probably swap everything to here. Okay. We'll swap everything. Well, that still works. I think it's C is confirmed. I think this is true for most Paradox games. One day we'll get in here. Just one more war. Magic missile, magic missile. Yeah, this is the guy. And then, like, at the end, he's like, get shit on, I'm just better. It's like, Jesus. This guy is, like, has to have the most hype stream ever, right? Because he just, like, he has to yell this every time he fights someone, even if the clip isn't gonna end up being, like, short-worthy or whatever. And so, it's just, like, I can only imagine how, like, hype his stream is, where he's just like screaming like at the like for like 80% of his time, or actually he's probably just like completely chilled out and not talking, but then like get shit on, I'm better. Like a fire. It's like, dude, I'm about it. This game is progressing incredibly slow, though. This is almost just, like, about to turn into a just chatting stream, to be honest, because the speed at which the queue is, like, everything's doing. But I'm glad that guy's popping off. That shit's hilarious. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's also incredibly obnoxious, but, like, this is the big funny. I think there's a lot of people who also take themselves a little too seriously. We also have the railways in the auto queue, so we should be okay. Been waiting for this Rajput Secession to pop for a while. Victoria 3 has really strange shortcuts that are different from most games. Yeah, I don't use the F1. I don't use the keys to open this up anywhere near as much as I should. Like, I should be, like, you know. In terms of mechanical execution, I am not very good at this game, I don't think. This game is also, like, not about, like, mechanical execution, so it's, like, really not that big a deal, but we get 2 secession movements at the same time. Stationed at the England HQ? I guess we'll have you deal with this. Hey, we get in on cap with Riz, no lie. On God, for real, for real. If mechanical execution mattered, you probably would care about it and get better at it anyways. This is true. Or I'd play a different game. Yeah, we have the capital now, so. Java size with Great Qing. What's going on in Great Qing? Burma? I guess we can't do anything about any of this. Alright, someone wanted us to go anarchy, huh? Everyone really hates it. We need some more. We need this gentleman to be an anarchist, which is probably not too hard for us to do. Holy shit, why is she so much bigger? Is that a UI bug? We don't have any anarchists of these guys, and that's kind of what we need to be able to pass it. Oh, yes, it. I guess we could go graduated taxation here. if we suddenly don't have an advantage here, we'll probably change up our strat, but... Oh, looks like we got forced out. Which is super okay, because all of our guys will just move here. Ooh. Just realized we're running out of money. Alright, let's get rid of some Lancers in a lot of spots. Just realized we're really running out of money. We is really running out of money. It's because the military is really expensive now. It's like way more expensive than it used to be. To be fair, we don't need this massive race Chinese army, probably. And they're not even really where we want them, so well, why don't we just do this? And delete down some of the siege arty. Make way for the heavy tanks. Let's... Not that this is really dramatically affecting things, but us going through and deleting all of the frigates, I think, would be decent. Maybe we don't need destroyers. I mean, let's be real, we actually like don't need any of this. This fleet's pretty useless. Let's get rid of it. We're trying to not run out of money. We're gonna delete construction as well. Although this is kind of things to optimize a little bit when you delete construction, to be honest, because you get to do this. Where's the most expensive place we have construction? It's Delhi. We'll delete some there. Well, New York, maybe want one in there. You can just full stop get rid of that stuff in northern Transylvania. Forgot we want to incorporate that though. Antara. Mysore probably as well. Yeah, it's not going to be too terrible there though. Something like this, maybe? Why aren't we forcing on him faster? Bro, did we lose the District of Columbia? Come on, man. You had one job. Not at war with the United States of America. Happy thoughts. We're not at war with the United States of America, guys. Nothing to worry about here. No need to worry. We're not really at war with the United States of America. It might seem like we are, but we're not. This is just a figment of your imagination. This is actually not a war. It's a special military operation. Yeah. Not really a war. Not really a war at all. Oh, you know what we could also do? We could build the rice farms to increase our line of credit. Yeah, let's not, though. Or does any place here not have unemployment? I think they all just have unemployment. It's just a matter of how much. Yeah, they do. Let's do that. Shangzi will probably be able to get rid of the unemployment the fastest by doing stuff like this. And then we'll add a few of these at the front. 500 construction queues, quite a bit. Good thing we're not at war with the United States, guys, because otherwise we might have to worry. But we're not at war with them. Yeah, it's just a special military. Exactly. Dragon's got the right idea. Your finances got a lot better for some reason, because we deleted a bunch of stuff. Yeah. This guy's never gonna do anything in his life, so we're gonna stand him down to 75 stack. He's done. He's out. This does fire people, which makes like native uprisings, rebellions more common, but like we're kind of fine with this at this point. Now this 52nd. We don't want Lancers, and at this point there's only one trench, so we'll just kind of keep getting rid of these. Alright, so this guy has got 4 squads, so this is a decent amount, and these are all North German, so we're just going to merge them with the German army. Yeah, we're still in good shape here. I don't know why they're enforcing down so slow. Wait, what the hell? Oh, they have a different capital, man. The capital's really Maryland instead. Wait, where's their capital? It's okay. It's actually a place that's not on the coast. But it should be on the coast, but it's not. Alright, well, you got us there, I suppose. Well, it's so obnoxious not having all the canals. The game's so much easier when you have all the canals. maybe I should have kept some of these armies up. Whatever, actually. It's not where we wanted the line to take from, but not a big deal. Okay, we're gonna get a free push off here, because they messed up. And we'll hopefully get Pennsylvania soon. There's no way he'll annex Russia today. Yeah, it is going big slow. Big slow, the slowest of slows. We really have to stop pausing entirely. We also gotta delete more army. Squad, where are you guys from? Manchu. We'll just delete you, actually. Maybe not the best, because... yeah. Let's do that. Let's put some of these administrations at the front. Look at the US trying to get a white peace from us. The front splitting's been absolutely terrible, but how's it going, Tark? Are we the new Soviet Union? Yeah, we're the baddies now. The fleets need to learn portage, basically. The Karen skirmish infantry. If we delete them, they're gonna ask to talk to the manager. No. No. Yeah, like the things we want to build now are like tanks, so... We didn't even upgrade these to mech. I mean, that's going to be kind of expensive, but I think we do want that army on mech. We're not going to go through the pains of deleting all of the siege arty to replace it with the heavy tanks. But that'll just be too much pain. I'm going to say I should be done with this pretty soon. I guess we'll also add some consumption taxes. I like try to stave off disaster. God, everything is so laggy now. You're good, just finishing up a CK3 video for access embargo tomorrow. Nice, big nice. The rep is different for... Whoa, what happened? What is this? Now this is a bug. This is a bug. This is a nice one. There are no fronts anymore. That's an interesting one. The fronts have been deleted. There's no fronts, only occupation. That's a new one. I haven't seen this bug before. I mean, it's still going to allow us to enforce on them, it looks like, but... That's impressive. No fronts. Along with not being at war. Truly, this is the best timeline, no? We can land them, though. So I think we at least try and land with these guys, just in case. Just in case some weirdness happens. You've seen this one? The no fronts? Did they just unassign all their guys? Yeah, it looks like. But we still have the occupation, so we're still ticking them. But yeah, everything unassigned. But that's a big American army, so... I think we'll also land with these guys up here. You've become so advanced you've transcended fronts, exactly. No fronts is at least consistent with not being at war. Yeah. The game is crawling. Yeah. We really want to annex Russia, though. We really want to annex Russia. You just liberated the USA? Yes. With our special military operation, we have liberated the United States of America. Indeed. I used to do that, but patience ran out, so I stop at 1900 these days. I normally stop at 1900, but I've promised the annexation of Russia too many times. I made a critical error. I should have just declared victory, that we had become a great power and they were a major, and just stopped with this campaign. But also I'm fueled by an enormous, profound hatred and contempt for Vladimir Putin, so... just to be clear, I'm not projecting the sins of Vladimir Putin onto the Russian people, but in terms of this game, he has been... Russia was like the symbol for Vladimir Putin in terms of raising money for Ukraine and this sort of thing, so... here we are. So now we have a front, at least. Maybe push a little bit more. We'll see. Making money. Money moves, that is. We're soon going to hit gradual taxation, which probably nets us less money, if I were to guess. No, it nets us more money. Interesting. A little surprising. Ah. Wait, no, we got to give it a week to readjust, but... Yet another case of the tooltip lying. I don't know the name of this tooltip, I just know the sound it makes when it lies. Ah, our fronts are back. Kind of? Hopefully the USA doesn't have some sort of advantage in terms of being able to assign to this front. That would be annoying. Hopefully they're not just like geographically closer to this front and able to assign way faster. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. The fronts reappeared. The world is healing. To be fair, we could just, like, reinforce not all of this. We're unmanifesting their destiny as well here. Or we will be in just a moment. Enact landed voting. What a wild, like, these guys agitating for. The Industrialists are almost out. They're almost done. We could actually probably suppress them into being marginalized, which would probably be preferable at this point. I mean, someone wanted anarchy. I mean, are we even supposed to keep landing? I think the landing is keeping this massive stack to defend against the invasion, which is kind of preferable for us, while our other stacks kind of come closer. America, close to the front, no way, basically. I think I want to see a racist, free market multicultural. Racist, free market multicultural? Racist, free market multicultural. How do you be racist and multicultural simultaneously? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I lost the plot somewhere. Somewhere long ago, when the game progressed much, like, faster. Actually, this is just... Should we switch our category on Twitch to just chatting? Now that we have like 450 in the queue? Or should we stop being such a coward and get to 10k construction by the end of this run and make the game even slower? Probably stop being such a bitch. That's probably what we should do. Probably what we should do. Is Lindy's over here, right? No. I don't know why I'm adding construction here. This seems really stupid. Just like immediate regret. But I don't want to delete it from the thing. Alright, they're about it. Cool. We've unmanifested their destiny, guys. And in case they don't have railways or power plants, we actually have to check for ports as well. You got a port. You got a port. That should be fine. Oh my god. Alright, Belarus. French Uprising. God, debates me every time. When he's not real, you can just print more, get to 10k construction. Slower, yes. Putin is strongly against 3v3v3 games. This is the strongest convincing we can possibly have for bringing back 3v3v3. This is such border gore? What do you mean border gore? What do you mean border gore? Ever remembers Ukrainian South China? Does anyone not remember Ukrainian South China? Let's do a poll in chat. Who remembers Ukrainian South China? Starting incorporation in 1930. It's gonna get incorporated before the end. I remember Belgian South China exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Belgian South China. I wonder what percentage of their pops are actually Belgian here. They have no accepted pops. 0 pops are accepted here. They discriminate against everybody. Nobody's allowed to be in charge. God, this is moving so slow. Alright, I think these guys are from South America. Actually, let's just see. Let's just get rid of some stuff. German army, do you have any... No, you don't. Persia, Arabian army, do you have any Lancers? No. At this part, Lancers are obsolete. These guys might have some Lancers. No, they don't. Well, we're up to 5k construction. How long do we have on Russia? 3 years left on the truce. Hey, Macau arrived and he's gone. And it's gone. Last time I made the late game, I literally just left out your computer on and done other things. Yeah, I think we're turning into a just chatting stream. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? A statement by to the press, Putin said 3v3v3 is a bad reflection of multiplayer and is vastly less interesting to watch than 1v1 or 1v AI games. 3v3v3 at 100% leads to peacetime, which is bad. Yeah, but this is one of these classic reverse psychology Putin plays. This is one of the classics. Just like he came out recently and was like, I would really prefer Joe Biden as president because Trump is really unpredictable. As if that's not like him trying to make it so Trump gets elected over Joe Biden. You know, very classic on the Putin front. Classic. Although there's levels to this game, right? Because if he thinks everyone's smart enough to realize he's using reverse psychology, he'll have to do reverse psychology. Everyone remembers reverse psychology. Bojiden, basically. Hello. Yeah. I think the United States will have the incredible distinction of having two horrible candidates 12 years in a row. Incredible. Let's put these on auto expand. Not that we need to subsidize, but I guess we're not going to kill the subsidy. It's probably fine. Oh, in theory, we probably should have just Uber border guard and taken everything on the Dnieper River, right? This actually would have been the play. Or the Danube for the 5% mappy. Yeah, this helps out Austria a lot, getting the Danube stuff. It's Jover. Putin said the last 3v3v3 was with Trump and some hookers in the hotel room. The truth hurts. People should keep shouting about Ukraine, but what about the 3v3v3? People... March 2024. Putin said, people keep shouting about Ukraine, but what about 3v3v3s? Clearly there's a problem here. What about reverse psychology? Now we're playing with the cocaine logic. The double level, the double triple level. Two horrible candidates, 150 odd years in a row. Yeah, that might be more accurate. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna write in. I think I'm gonna write in Jimmy Carter. He's still alive. The last president with integrity. What if he's smarter than that and realize we know about reverse psychology and it does reverse psychology? Yeah, this is the scariness. This is the potential risk of all this. I think Putin thinks people are morons, though. I think he only does one level to that game. But it does raise an interesting point. It's difficult. Mappy is so good here. We're also just gonna put the railroads on auto expand. I think that we already have. God, I hate electric industries so much. Everything's lagging. None of our clicks work. Auto expand. Steel. Co-ops. Punjab's in default. Huzzah. I think we'll swap over these. Oh, nope, we can't swap over those. Oh my god. It never ends. Oh, what the hell? That's not supposed to be happening. It's hard he yearned for peanuts, basically. Homeboy knows about Jimmy Carter, that's what's up. Jimmy Carter gave up his peanut farm to avoid having a conflict of interest. He's the last president with integrity. And he, like, kept on doing philanthropic work for, like, the rest of his life. Actually, he's still alive. I'm saying that, like, he's dead, but, like, let's be real. Jimmy Carter is also... He's 99. We would have a centennial president. We got elected. Cat just jumped off the lap and snagged the cable charger and pulled the tablet out of your hands. It's a sign. The cat's trying to get you to watch more by making it think he wants you to watch less. Meow. At this point, avoid George Washington. He isn't much older than Trump and Biden, basically. Do we actually want to go to war here? I'm thinking we just want to keep the game running, and the war involves us pausing a lot, and we're just kind of super okay just getting to the date where we can annex Russia. So, this is definitely suboptimal. Also, did you say FDR was a bad president? I said maybe the statement that we've had two bad candidates for 150 years might be more accurate. I also said we haven't had a good president since Carter. Carter was after FDR. I don't really have a strong opinion on FDR, to be honest. I don't know enough about him. I think he's probably uber valorized, like, in terms of, like, the historical looking back, like, George Washington probably is as well. Ukrainian Zambia. God, this is kind of irrelevant, isn't it? Who's this coming from? This is coming from Portugal's Congo. Kasai. Portuguese Ecuador. They're giving us these in exchange for anything else. It's not a good deal. There's no thing you can offer us. Get a little bit of a mass migration there. I think we don't have as many auto expands as we should have in Lancashire. Not that our queue's actually kind of holding on steady here, to be honest. But do some of that. When is the truce with Russia open? Over like 3 more years. Jimmy Carter is 99. Okay, boomer, basically. I get that he's cool and stuff, but, like, bro might actually be older than Boomer. I think he is actually from the silent generation. Or is that the one before the Boomers? I forget which one's before the Boomers. I understand your point, but giving something away kind of depends on the value of the asset. His farm was literally worth peanuts. Basically. No, Jimmy Carter was a stand-up guy. Right, the problem with politics is people do not get into politics anymore to be, or people who are successful in politics aren't trying to be public servants, they're trying to accumulate power and wealth. And the incentives of politics need to be such that it's actually a really bad avenue for acquiring wealth. That way you get people who are more interested in being public servants. Which is why 100%, for me, the most important issue is getting money out of politics. I guess we could annex Canada. Or we could reduce autonomy. If they say no, we'll just hit them with the stick. Alright. That is so long for us to go from mobilizing to actually being in the play. That should be enough. That's like so overkill, but whatever. In case the US sides against us, we'll have something we can do. I guess we could go this and just like double construction, huh? Get a nicer screenshot at the end where this says 10K and this says 2 billion. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. What did we just unlock again? Dough rollers. Dough rollers so good. It's so good. It makes this industry somewhat reasonable. So we're gonna auto expand it. Not that you should like ever rush dough rollers. That'd be stupid, but. Traditional looms? God. Alright, we're just gonna reset everything here. Alright, someone wanted us to go anarchist by the end. The People's Revolution. It's anarchin time. It's anarchin time, everyone. Everyone remembers when Ukraine conquered Russia and said it's anarchin time. Bring back Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter. That is probably my favorite movie that I think is objectively bad. Jimmy Carter also greenlit genocide in East Timor and death squads in El Salvador. Well, they can't all be winners, but... To be honest, I don't know an enormous amount about Jimmy Carter ever, anyways, but I know, like, what I know of him I like, but obviously we don't like genocide, but obviously we gotta double check the facts on that, too. Great Belgian wave migration. It do be like that. I wish everyone older than me could be from the silent generation. Get some dang old peace and quiet. Yeah, wait until you're a little bit older and you think everyone younger than you is an idiot. This is like one of the most consistent things that's like observable across multiple generations is that everyone like younger than you is an idiot or whatever. We don't really care about regime changing this, so we won't even like try and resist Italy. But it does remind us that we could annex Australia as well in this time period. Except you, Mr. Gaming, the one good silenter. Look at this guy with the backhanded compliment. Says that we're good at talking, but that we're old. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. The Generalist Greybeard over here. Tanganyika. I think is down here. Which is pretty good spot, to be honest. Pretty good spot. One of the few places down here in the Africa that has iron coal, and it is actually there aren't too many places that have iron, coal, and rubber in terms of getting everything for the chain for building these. So. In a just universe, Carter would become older than Kissinger. Is Kissinger still alive? Nice to see you on Twitch. Hey, Nawoob. How's it going? Yep, we're on Twitch now. Hopefully, ooh, I've got to keep up with Twitch, like, things. Okay, not too many people chatting on Twitch. Because, like, for whatever reason, the notifications thing I have, like, isn't notifying for me for subs, which is, like, not good. Not ideal. The thing with the politician, if you don't give them enough money, they find illicit revenue streams. Yeah, it's about... This is an interesting thing with corruption, which is why you have to pay police good wage, but not a really high wage or a really low wage. Because if you pay them a lot, you will attract the type of people who are in it for financial gain. So you can't pay public officials a lot. If you pay them too little... No, I didn't even see that Mexico sided against us. Is Mexico a minor power? No, they're not. Whatever. We'll leave Mexico alone, I guess. Leave Brittany alone. We'll just reduce the autonomy in Canada. What did they side in for, though? Yeah, we just kind of forget about them. Actually, wait, what the hell? Oh, this is Mexico. I thought that was Italy. My mistake. But yeah, you have to you can't pay them too little because otherwise they'll take bribes in order to make a living, and you can't pay them too much because you don't want to make it lucrative. It's got to be just right. You got to Goldilocks it. So, I wonder what we could reform our government to. To be fair, the petite bourgeoisie is not even very happy with us. Maybe we just forget about them now. Something like this. But yeah, you have to make it, like, for example, teaching. Well, teaching is maybe not the best example because I think teachers need to get paid more, but it's an okay example of someone who doesn't get paid a lot but gets paid a decent amount. Well, actually, no. Teaching's a horrible example of this, but let's maybe do a little bit of a landing up here, Quebec, with these guys over here. Inside trading is a huge thing that people don't look into. Yeah, it's technically not insider trading because it's illegal. It's like completely above board, and so it's like, okay. But it shouldn't be allowed. You should only be allowed to, like, a couple days ago, Pelosi sold a bunch of stocks related to, like, tech companies and, I forget the other thing, but it's very obvious that there's some legislation that's either happening or going to happen where they're going to crack down on something, and she's, like, cashing out before they do. I think it was, like, Google and, like, AI stuff. I can't remember, but, like, the fact that she knows what they're going to review for cracking down on and then can just sell, and is also hugely impactful. Like, she bought a bunch of chip stock, right? Or like computer chip stock, like Nvidia or whatever, I forget what it's called. And then she took a visit to Taiwan, which, okay, we're, without getting too much into Taiwan versus China, like, sort of discussion, that definitely angers China in terms of the geopolitical situation. So she buys a bunch of stock, and then she goes and visits them, which causes the stock to go up, and also, like, isn't very good for, like, U.S., like, foreign relations, because it's just, like, it's provocational, and, like, what's the point? And it's especially, like, the time to mix it up with China is not when we're fighting, like, Russia in a proxy war. And so it's, like, this thing where she just profits from something that's probably bad overall for, like, the American public, and, like, but, like, she can just do that, and, like, it's very clearly creates conflicts of interest. Everyone younger than you is an idiot. Of course, you are the only intelligent person. Yeah, this is the correct way to think. Everyone older is just out of touch, and everyone younger is, like, doesn't have enough experience. This is the way. There's, like, so many things that, like, people say, when you're older, you'll understand X, Y, Z, and then you're like, this guy's an idiot. And then when you get older, you're like, yep, okay, I understand. I think the generation that fought World War II is called the Greatest Generation. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hacky name. But, like, you can go back, like, literal, like, thousands of years and still get the same, like, oh, younger people have it so easy these days. And, like, they're also, like, yeah. It's just human nature to, like, look back at the younger generation in a particular way. Also, when I was teaching chess to kids, it became very, very apparent that, like, adults aren't actually, like, way smarter than kids. They're a little bit smarter, but not way smarter. What adults have in advantage relative to kids is that adults are really, really good, or adults have a lot more reference experiences, and this is the big difference. And so they have a lot more building blocks with which to construct, like, a mental model of reality. Kids only have the horsepower. They only have, like, the operating system, let's say, or they only have the hardware. They don't have any good software. They don't have any good ideas. They just have, but they can process ideas at, like, a decent clip. And I'm talking about, like, young kids, like 6 to, like, 15 or something like this, where the main problem is not the processing power for kids. It's that they lack reference experiences. which means if you can explain something to them, especially using analogies that they can understand like things that are fairly complicated or require a lot of cognitive load. Like the average human can process like 7 plus or minus 2 ideas simultaneously, and what it is like, for someone who's older and has a lot of reference experience, something complex or abstract, like the notion of honesty, might be just like 1 unit of information. And to a kid, they might not be able to chunk the information down, and for them that might be 3 units of information. And so when there's 7 plus or minus 2, they have to handle a lot more. But they still have the same 7 plus or minus 2 that like older people have. That's not the fundamental issue. Alright, we'll get this through pretty quickly here. In a sense where one can live comfortably because people want politicians to earn minimum wage, which would make it an undesirable job. Yeah, if politicians earn minimum wage, then they would accept bribes. Yeah, you have to pay them more than that. This is also annoying when, like, in the US, people, like, want cops to be paid less. You really don't want cops to be paid $30K a year. You don't want them to be paid, like, the same as teachers. 30, 40K a year. This would be terrible. They would expect so many bribes that they would solicit, like, bribes and stuff like this. Oh, Canada. We can't reduce autonomy there. Yeah, we should have been more heads up about keeping good relations with them. We're gonna try and bankroll them. But I don't think this works. I don't think we have any other subjects, really. Oh, Afghanistan. And Bukhara will actually give us a better border, so let's maybe annex Bukhara here. Wow, okay. I didn't even read to see if they might, whether they'd accept or not. I assumed they would accept the reduction of autonomy, but okay. You got us, I guess. We'll send the India army over to deal with it. I think that we had this stack where we were slowly phasing out the Lancers, yeah? Let's also phase these out and get some heavy tanks from Kiev. And then upgrade them mechanized. Because this is our most formidable landing squad that we have. And maybe it should be a little bit bigger, to be honest. But the whole point of that landing squad is if we're expecting resistance, we don't want to land with that one. We would rather land with something like this. Oh, these guys aren't cut out for things either. Alright, where are you all y'all from? Persia, Han. Azerbaijani. I guess it's just a whole bunch of different ones. Okay. So let's delete some of this down, I guess. And I think we had started building up in Hebei, some of these. But let's also, I guess, Jiangxi, something like this. Jiangxi is like the best place to build tall, basically. In the entire game, I think. Really high population. Almost incorporated. We will actually end up incorporating before the end of the year, or the end of the game, rather. Let's put in War Machine Industries. And let's also give these guys over what they need in terms of the balance. Oh my god, our queue is actually emptying? No, this is not what we wanted. We'll get everything rolling. We're like super not optimized in terms of, we haven't like checked and manipulated who's using railroads in forever, so that's just super scuffed. Definitely not trying to min-max this run here. Just trying to get through it. Which is why, like, Ukraine, I think, is objectively a stronger start than papal states or papal states. But we're doing considerably worse in this run than we were in the papal states run. I think we just max this stuff out in the places that we don't have any. Rubber is important, though. Almost out. We're about to have anarchy. I think anarchy turns us black, to be honest. If I recall correctly. But let's see what the poll did. Who remembers Ukrainian South China? Everyone remembers. The North remembers. Can we get to 100% literacy? Not very easily. Wait, what the hell? Why is there... Oh my god, my restream thing is not working that well. Oh my god, actually I was just scrolled up. Rip the dream. Silent generation is the generation in the 20s to 30s. Sounds right. Old generations are talkers. Talkers makes me thirsty. I agree. Kissinger died recently, but he got past 100. Yeah, I was actually thinking of picking up Christopher Hitchens' book on Kissinger. Love how the campaign started as middle finger to Putin, but ending with Ukraine world conquest was Putin all along. We became the bad guys. Bro, Pelosi is grinding to get the bag. Let her cook. Yeah. Pelosi, I have a special level of contempt for Pelosi. And like when you bring this up to like liberals, like they're just like, but she got so much done, and it's like, that doesn't make her like not corrupt or like self-serving. But she got so much done. She's also really snarky. I didn't like how she tore up President Trump's speech. I thought that was snarky and not constructive. And I think that if you're the head of the House, this should be what you are. Here what you do in the EU is give EU money to friends so they invest in public sector. Yeah. That's like the thing we brought up with Trump where like the Sochi Olympics cost $50 billion and the next most expensive Winter Olympics were like $12 billion. And like $7 billion alone was like to a contract to one of his judo buddies. There's an entire app that invests your money whatever Pelosi invests in. Yeah, I follow the guy who manages that app. He has all the infamy. He sang the Canadian anthem, Poggers, basically. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't scrolling down on the chat. How do you have half of infamy? We're high infamy, yeah. Very, very loud white van, basically. You're doing a Mexico campaign earlier and swapped to siege arty without any radios. I didn't notice any attack or defense going down or shortages for armies broken. They said they weren't broken, but they also said that you got to borrow on offense. So here we are in a realm of uncertainty. I don't know. With the most broken down filter engine, you can see black behind the van. Rough. Do we get to... Can you get to 100% literacy? I don't... not at this point. Even if we got... The way we would do it is we would go to Svealand and we would conquer Svealand for their company. That gives you 10 free levels of private school. And this would get us to max literacy. Max literacy is not very useful, though, because we're kind of, like, done researching stuff. Alright, we researched anarchy. Free territory gets the conquest of bread. Legitimacy and loyalists. Do we change colors? Free territorial market. Oh, but it doesn't say Ukraine. Okay, this is what we get with anarchy. We might load and not pass this. we're not gonna have the Ukraine screenshot at the end. It's like way funnier. I think anarchy turns us black, reverse Michael Jackson, basically. Literacy is not very useful and accurate, not manipulated, quote of Mr. Gaming. Yeah. I think literacy in the world is something we should strive to eliminate. Bro's no longer Ukrainian. I don't like that either. We're gonna reload. We're not gonna go anarchist. I'm 100% on board with we don't like it. It's kind of neat though. But we're not... This is a Ukraine meme run. If it doesn't say Ukraine, I don't think we can do it. Like... Kind of sucks because we would... An anarchist is not what we would want to be having, to be honest. Because anarchists will generally have a lot lower approval because they want some random ass shit, but... Yeah. You liberated everyone with the special military operation. Exactly. Oh my god. These load times, though. Alright, so we're just not going to pass this. We're going to cancel. We're going to stay with what we got. We could go back to autocracy or something, but no. We're just going to do that. To be fair... Outlawed dissent is better. It just kills your approval, but in theory it would be better for us to get onto it. Technically, free territory is super ironic since your goal is to annex autocratic Russia. Yeah, we turned it back. We're just about liberating people with our special military operation is right. I don't know why I keep adding to construction. This has to be, like, idiotic. We have a lot of unemployed here, so this should be, like, pretty good, actually. Something like this. We lost diplo ties with Catalonia. We owe an obligation to ourselves. It do be like that. 24 months until we can annex Russia, guys. What's the best time to go big on universities when recognized versus unrecognized? I generally see it in terms of like construction and like the overall size of your economy, where you look at it like if you have under 200 construction or under 150 construction, adding construction is really considerably better than adding universities. If you have like peasants, I guess if you don't have peasants, then it like changes things a little bit. And so like there's some level of nuance here, but is it just the one state? I guess it is. But I think around I think I like building maybe 2 or 5 universities just to get the journal entries, as long as you have like 50 or so construction. And then once you have maybe somewhere between 150 and 250, I like to go up to 21 for the economies of scale. And then maybe around 400, maybe 400, you go up to 31, and then like another 100 construction, you do your first 51. And then maybe around like 1200, you add another 51, and then this is kind of like, just roughly speaking, there's going to be a lot of things that like change how you want to do things, but like just to give like a rough idea of when I think is good, something like that. The great powers are all so intact relative to like how naughty we've been, except for Qing. Qing's been brutalized repeatedly. Let's actually look at the culture map. Yep, the invasion of the Han people, or the mass exodus. Do some of that. Generalist tick is that when he sees green, he must build more construction sectors, basically, actually, because this is like, it's super stupid. It's actually making the game go way slower. The debt must disappear through massive GDP growth, not through super bits. Yeah, basically. Like, this is nail on the head. I just can't, like, I see a positive balance. I'm like, this isn't right. Something's wrong here. What the hell happened? I'm like Ant-Man coming back. When I like look up and I see this, I'm like Ant-Man coming back from like being shrunk. I'm like, what the hell happened here? Something is wrong. This is terrible. What happened? Why is this like this? Let's find unemployed and like go after these guys. So Kursk? Real? We have a ton of unemployed in Kursk. We have so many employed in Kursk, though. Blah. I mean... See, Kursk's not on the Dnieper River. We also have a ton of that already in the queue, actually. So let's maybe just add some more of this. I don't know. Maybe something like that's decent. It's probably not. We should be in the opposite of chill mode, but we're in kind of chill mode. Oh, we're going after Bukhara, but after Bukhara, we're kind of in chill mode. Love to see you playing with Madagascar and try to make it the UK of Africa. Madagascar is a little bit rough because you don't have any iron, right? Yeah. We don't loves it. Ukraine looking for weapons of mass destruction in the USA, basically. We heard you had WMDs. We had to come in and investigate. Pinky promise. Units are not so expensive since you tax the wages on uni employees and then the consumption of the uni employees. They're still pretty expensive. They have a really high wage multiplier relative to other buildings because academics just get paid like 4x normal wage. So like relative to construction sectors, you're paying a lot more for wages. You don't pay a lot for goods though, which is why like it's so critical to have build them tall. I think that this is like really important. Hey Ace, how's it going? Have we played a lot over? You played a lot before 1K hours before 1.5. I played over 36 hours before 1.5. Now you go bankrupt every time. How do you fix it? Also, luxury goods are cheap in your markets all the time. I would export the luxury goods because the PMs are... the PMs got changed quite a bit. This is kind of normal that they get really cheap because the PMs got a lot more efficient. Sometimes you actually tune down the PMs, especially in the late game, where you will have... like, for example, we don't use elastics. And this is changing at 1.6 because elastics is getting hard buffed at 1.6, but we never use elastics because we'd rather use the rubber for tools, and also this helps to solve the problem of there just being a huge glut of these luxury goods late game. We're still not building any cars, can't build a car, won't build a car. But economies are just way slower in 1.5 is kind of the answer. Like, we are struggling to hit like 2 billion, where like I don't know, we would like roll over and accidentally hit 2 billion like before 1.5, so USA to Ukraine stopped in October. Yeah, basically. But I think Stiff Coffee was making a meme joke reference regarding our invasion of the USA, more so than actually talking about geopolitical situation. But yeah, that's like why Ukraine does not have enough ammunition to... Like, that's why they're losing ground right now, because the U.S. stopped sending them weapons. Or this is my understanding of the situation on the ground, which is, like, not overwhelmingly informed, but the way the war's being fought is, like, hugely based on, like, artillery and, like, drones and just, like, locating troops and stuff like this, and if you do not have enough ammo to keep your artillery firing, like, that's a really significant disadvantage. So... That's not the rough part about Madagascar, though. You're next to Gaza and Zulu, which has borders the Boers. The issue is you have the first three is the tech you have. Yeah, I mean, your tech is also really, but I mean, we're probably going to be doing an Ethiopia run if they actually fixed, what's his name? The Ethiopian general, so that it actually applies. And that will probably be a very short run. That'll be the 1.6 run, but that's like the one run that we've been putting off because we couldn't, like, do the things. Yay, modern financial instruments. How long do we have? 17 months. We are just gonna chill, I think. Well, unless we can annex Poland. Maybe we're actually just supposed to... Actually, let's just take Romania here. Let's just take the 3 states. That should be fine. Give us a little bit better borders. Oh. We have good relations. You don't say. I'm gonna force the diplomatic play so Tark doesn't get mad at me. You save one day forcing the diplo play. Alright. We're gonna send this guy in. On that side, I think from the other side we can maybe do this. I don't think we need to attack with more than one side. And we can start getting rid of some of this siege already. As well. I'm surprised that both sides have literally used millions of rounds. Yeah, I mean, warfare seems... Well, I'm not, like, a military tactics expert, and I think a lot of people talk about it as if they know what's going on when, like, they really don't have a way of knowing what's going on, so I think, like, the entire thing's wild. I guess we'll pick Dobruja for a little bit better borders, and we'll be taking this off the Ottomans no matter what, so I guess we'll just put it in now, but, now we will actually have a little bit of a choice. We'll do that, and then I think we'll send the India army over here. And then we'll have a couple of these defensive armies. The Ottomans can't bring up enough troops to deal with everything, so let's double check the India Army's mobilization options, to be honest. Yeah, I think we want them to be using some of the chocolate too. I think this army we're okay putting them on flamethrowers as well. We don't have too many maneuvers left. We'll probably take Bekas and Banat. Depending, I guess. I'm a military expert. That's the exact opposite of what I said. Also, you have 10% added mortality, which is something exclusive to Madagascar, so your pops are going down until your queen dies. Disgusting. The people in the USA don't want to send money to Ukraine, but the majority of the money is spent on weapons fabrics to the USA. People in the USA don't want to send more money to Ukraine, but the majority of the money are spent in the weapons fabrics of the US. Yeah, well, it stimulates like the US economy. I think money should get out of politics because I think the military-industrial complex has too much power and generally influences Congress and stuff to intervene in more stuff than it should, but I definitely think that the US should be sending weapons to Ukraine. I think, like, Putin's not going to stop unless he is stopped, and if you gotta fight him sooner or later, on a cost basis, both in terms of lives and money, it's more efficient to deal with Putin in this way. Becca's and Banat. Which is to give money to someone else so they can fight him for us. And the Ukrainians, in general, seem okay with that situation, or that arrangement as well. So... we're not taking the best states here, by the way, in case anyone was, like, thinking that we were. We're taking the, like, we're caring about the look of the border here. Definitely was a meme about Bush in Iraq, yeah. And what's it called? I forget the name of the oil company that, what's-his-face worked for. I guess maybe we want this big army. The thing is actually, we should have spent this army instead. It's kind of a mistake. Oh well. We want to keep a little bit behind in case Qing joins against us, but... Transjordan. Isn't Transjordan like over here? Yeah, we're not going to take that. For border gore reasons. I think we do want this 30 stack to be doing a landing, so let's bring back this navy here. This one that's in the Gulf of Maine. We have too many support vehicles here. I guess we'll delete down some of these ironclads. Relative to the light ships? What do you mean we have too many? We have 25. Oh, but we also have battleships and carriers. Got it. Got it, got it. I understand. North Korea supplied 3.5 million RD rounds to Russia. Yeah, this is like an important point to make. Is like this like war. If Iran is supplying weapons to Russia, and North Korea is supplying weapons to Russia, and we see both of those as being enemies of the free world, democracy, and the United States writ large, supplying weapons to the enemy of Russia will just increase the amount of like weapons that Iran is supplying to Russia and North Korea is supplying to Russia. So it's not like we're depleting our reserves in some sort of geopolitical like sense where we won't be able to fight later. We're like getting progress in depleting the reserves of our enemies as well. 6 months ago, which is hard to even imagine. That's more than the West Ukraine sent to Russia since the start of the war. Yeah, rounds are easier to make than high-tech weapons. Halliburton is the oil. Yeah, that's the name of the one we were looking for. Also, most of the money spent in Ukraine was on stuff already produced. Ukraine can handle itself pretty okay in terms of hunger prevention. They just need medical aid. Yeah. Yep. I think that you're in South China. You're nowhere near South China. Andes. Do we really only have this stack kind of ready to go? gonna set these guys to advance if that's gonna be the thing. I think we just leave Krakow alone, to be honest. It's not like worth the front. By that I'm not counting military needs. I mean, we sent a lot of like high-tech weapons and like stuff that allows them to shoot stuff out of the air and shoot down missiles, and these are pretty important things from what I understand. Which again, not a military expert. Just give him a little bit extra juice. Are most of North Koreans' guns either unreliable or plain obsolete? This is not something I have a abundance of knowledge on, but that would be my guess. But like a round is like a much more straightforward thing to produce, you know? It's a slug with a shell or whatever. So it's a lot. Like, I think that North Korea can produce a lot of rounds, much better than they can the guns. What's the purpose of having multiple generals and setting one to attack and the other to defend? So, generally speaking, the big value of this is that when someone's attacking, or when you're attacking, you will use the attacking general and you will get the bonuses here. In this case, we're getting offense and battle occupation and this type of stuff. And then on defense, it's going to use this general and he will get the 10% or 15% defense bonus. And so having these combined makes it so that you often will get to have a little bit more of better stats in fights, generally speaking. Although we're in a situation where, actually, maybe let's just land Eastern's race and then see from there. But it allows you to have better stats in the fight, basically. If you have an overwhelming advantage, you can set to 4 pushes, but generally speaking, if we don't have a huge advantage, we like to have at least 1 defending. And then if we are, like, really not that big an advantage, we'll just have 1 pushing. That way we'll have fresher troops, generally speaking, and we'll be able to take on a bunch of defenses here. But we have way better tech than these guys. The AI is really bad about modernizing their army and deleting old stuff. I mean, I am, as a human, am bad about it as well, but just let that be slow, to be honest. It's fine, we're landing the capital, so. And then this 200 stack can maybe land with this 80 stack once this 80 stack is finished. This is 98 stack coming here, so we'll just swap this guy to defend. And we'll upgrade those. Yeah, we're just gonna land behind as well. The thing is, North Korea's military-industrial complex isn't exactly the most developed. Yeah. They have nuclear weapons, though. My feeling when my GDP are the nuclear weapons, nuclear missiles, basically. Isn't there a bug where general bonuses don't work, though? Yeah, I think that this is correct. I don't know to what extent it's talking about general bonuses, if it's these bonuses, the character traits, or the maneuver things. I think it's just the character traits. I honestly don't know exactly what all the bug applies to. I haven't paid super close attention to this, like, as much as I should. Like, I'm generally not, like, digging through, looking at the offense, comparing it to what the offense should be, like this type of stuff, which is how you would identify the bug. Although I can tell that troops don't borrow on offense. You know, because there's this, but they borrow on defense. which creates huge asymmetries, which is a freaking problem. Oh, did France join against us? I didn't even notice. I guess they did. That's not going to really matter unless they have a war goal on us. What's the war goal? Conquer Quinine. I guess we don't really want to give up Quinine, so we're going to have to actually enforce out France. Man, didn't want to have to do this. We don't like the tobacco the most. I think maybe we send our 200 stack over there. Yeah, let's send the 200 stack over there to do that landing. I suppose we can move these. We can move this army that we're mobilizing already up over here. So we're gonna need it. I'm not even sure the 80 stack can land, but it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong for an 80 stack, considering it's got like all the tanks and all the things. God, what is there even left? Let's get flash freezing. Whee! AK construction, guys. And now we have to, like, painstakingly go through. Which construction sectors don't have access to the arc welding? Transvaal? Transvaal doesn't have electricity? Transvaal, Freistadt. Transvaal, Freistadt, Para. So actually just delete that. Much easier. Isfahan, Tabriz, Transvaal, Freistadt. Isfahan, Tabriz, Transvaal, Freistadt, California. I'm so happy it doesn't scroll up anymore when you do this. Oh wait, it does. Just kidding. I'm not happy at all. There's no joy in my life. Assam, East Slovakia. Yeah, okay. Whoa, when we get so much government administration. Oh wait, we got rid of the one guys. Cooperating states with just a little bit of time left in the game. How we roll, basically. Stop revving, Afghanistan. Why are you acting like an insurgency that's impossible to deal with? Can't you just vibe, man? Afghanistan not passing the vibe check. Can you annex Russia soon? It's gonna reach the date yet? After this war, I think we'll be able to. So it stacks the general bonuses all in one battle, or do multiple? Each general, you can have multiple battles with the same army, and so if you are on offense, it's going to select the better generals for offense. If you're on defense, it's going to select the better ones for defense, and so you want to have a mix. Hope you're exporting grain to Austria. They seem really hungry. I saw in your last poll there are a few others who wanted a new empire under the pun run. I'd love to see it, as I don't think I could possibly pull off the Indian Territories hard achievement. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but the empire under the pun run is a hugely long run. We've done a ton of long runs in a row. The long runs overall are a little bit worse for me, from my perspective, in terms of generating revenue. Because the starting steps videos get a lot of views, the later episodes do not get a lot of views. So this is definitely a factor that is affecting the decision making here. Alright, so it looks like we're going to occupy here. So then we could probably use the 80 stack to land. And suddenly we wish we had the 200 stack before. But maybe we land the 80 stack over here. Oh, we already have a naval landing coming in. And then where are you going? Did we lose a front? There's no front with Hungary now. Bro, what is this about? Oh, is it this little? This is the only front? I mean, I get. Or front's been recreated now. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Or are people going to that front? That's obnoxious. I don't think they should be able to reach that front, considering it's surrounded, but okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just... 2 ships sailing past each other in the night this. Let's mobilize these guys, I guess. Afghanistan is LARPing, basically. Do check what their capital is. Austria-Hungary, or who? Oh, France, yeah. It's Orleans-Berry? Ah ha ha! Ho ho ho! The capital's in Rome, so let's actually cancel this. Yeah, these guys are pushing just fine. Also, maybe we get to push in through here, too. Are we planning on doing Canada or Australia in the future? That might be better after Spheres of Influence. It depends on the features featured in Spheres. The thing with longer runs is they probably up retention. No, longer runs are just worse. Retention's not extremely good. The starting steps videos get a lot of views. Because a lot of people just like want to know how to start with a particular country, and then like they don't want to watch after that, so they just watch the first episode or two. So almost all the views are coming on, you know, the first couple episodes, and so yeah, no, it's generally. Apparently not that good. Thoughts about making an 800 stack? I mean, it's okay, but it's like clunky, because often you need to cover a lot of fronts. So the thing is like what you should do in theory is you should like merge and unmerge armies like pretty aggressively, and then like, yeah, I don't know, you have to like micromanage a lot. It's for a game that's like trying to pride itself on the lack of micromanagement. There's a lot of micromanagement, you know. Let's see. Checking the truce timer, 8 months left. So I think we'll just chill after this war, because we don't want to get tied up in anything big. Where are you at? Stationed at the Balkans HQ, we'll do some of that. Hey, did this front get bricked on the other side? It looks like it did. How is France defending that landing? They're not supposed to be able to do that. You can't station guys in allies' territory currently. Okay, we actually don't want these guys to do it. Okay, they're not doing... Let's maybe just get in over there, because it's free. If it's free, it's for me. Yeah, this is all one big ass front. I think the landing here is actually probably not a good idea, actually. Who's landing? Maybe we just keep it in. I mean, we're pushing at a decent clip just because they don't have everyone that should be on this front. Why is the construction under 15K? You know, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right. Why is construction under 15K? The truth, it hurts. All the places where it's cheapest are the places where we can't go onto the arc welding buildings. At least not yet. Yep, we're just slow pushing everything. I mean, maybe we could abandon this front over here. Just because we're assuming... I don't know why this got bricked, but we're assuming that Ottomans capitulate out pretty soon here for Dobruja. Actually, we don't need to take the capital. We just need to take our war goals here, right? I think we had 2? Yeah, we just need to take these 2 states. We don't need to creatively land the capital. We need to land the capital of France to, like, make them willing to get out of this deal, but, yeah. Maybe just keep sick... I gotta remember the pronunciation. The sick in mind for when you want to do a long run again, maybe 1/3 or 1/2 game series. Yeah, it's just the actual project of subjugating the UK takes forever. And we would be getting it, like, kind of close to, like, one of these looking end dates. And also, like, financially, I gotta, like, start doing a little bit better. Otherwise, I gotta explore, like, things other than trying to make videos and stuff and stream like this full-time. You would have thought that speedrunning certain formables would do well, like Dutch East Indies into CE. Dutch East Indies into... what is CE again? Central Europe? That's not a speed run, that's a slow run, my guy. Are you playing Serbia next? No, we thought about playing Bosnia so we could do Muslim HRE. That, like, almost won the Patreon poll. The next is going to be... the very next is going to be just a short achievement run for getting Amish Paradise. And then after that, assuming the general stuff gets fixed, we're going to do an Ethiopia run. But we got to figure out what type of run we're doing on stream. So 1.6 we're going to stream like for quite a while. And so we got to figure out what country we want to stream for that. So that's going to be a bit of a thing. One day we'll finish their navy. Really hate like the way it works where like the amount of admirals you have is like just makes such a huge difference, because if you have like one admiral you can like beat places the guys that have like 4 like really easy, even with like a worse navy. Weird that the Ottomans haven't given up yet. I agree. Time is moving comically slow. I also agree. You know what might make it that move a little bit faster? Adding construction. Electricity shortage in Luhansk? You don't say. Electricity shortage in Minas Gerais? You don't say. Silesia? No way. These are all the places that had a bunch of construction sectors, so it actually like makes 100% sense. Probably too many, but that's not the biggest deal. Oh, please finish these up. Oh no, we're actually getting... Do we have some not so good commanders pushing? Maybe we need to have fewer guys pushing. Finally. This also means the landing would be reasonable again, so... Oh, our navy got defeated? Rip the dream. We'll actually just wait for them to recover. Oh, they're the Balkans HQ, so they'll never recover. Hold up. Hold my phone. Do this, so they can recover up. We're making progress in some of these battles, though, at least. I wonder if we win this getting in on the landing. Looks like we are winning this. France. Oh, we don't have a war goal on France, so they'll decay out. That also works. Here we are trying to enforce on France. Are achievements possible for playing as releasable like this? Yes. But manually switching sides, so you do release play as instead of... when you release a country... Here, we can show you. You release as independent and you click play as England, and that's how you continue. Our navy got defeated. Sag. Alright. We're gonna use this guy now. With our 30 stack that's good at landing. It doesn't look like they have anything ready to defend, really. But you gotta keep in mind, looks can be very, very deceiving. That's a navy stationed in the Balkans. 80% occupation here, 45% here. I think this battle's... Oh, the battle's going okay. Low construction slows down time. Yeah, us adding construction is actually like slowing the game down. We were just memeing. Definitely just memeing. Oop. Cleaning things up a bit. How about you up construction until your PC fries yourself at the end of the run, basically. We can't not add construction though. I think we're gonna look to get to a 10k. Well, we kind of wanted to make sure we hit 2 billion GDP, and we already hit it now. And we're about to be at the point where we're forcing on Hungary here. So we're going to take the capital. Somehow they managed to keep Austria as the capital, which is nice for us. A lot of times it moves to Bohemia, and it's really annoying and frustrating to push. You got 2K GDP at least? Yeah, buddy. Just a little bit more progress. Why is this guy not pushing? I feel like they're not pushing. But 92? Yeah, they're just like, their troops are done, man. We're pushing on one side or the other, it doesn't really matter. And there's Austria, so they should cap out pretty quick. I said they should cap out pretty quick. I said they're about done with this war. I said they don't want any more of this heat. Alright. Something like that. Time on the truce, 4 weeks, guys. 4 weeks. We're almost done. Really regretting not just taking the Belarusian and Poland states, but this is fine. It'd be spectacular if Russia just backed down, but that won't happen. 2 weeks, everyone. 2 weeks. Immediately go to war with Russia. This is the plan. This is the plan for the annexation. Workers' protections. I've been meaning to experiment with this and see if this actually collapses our economy or not. So let's do it. Three, 2, 1. Alright, we're keeping a couple armies in reserve. Could side against communist Nepal to keep everyone out of your business. Oh, that's true. I think we're... Yeah, you're correct. This might have been better. We're not loading, though, because loading takes forever. We'll move the Navy up there. I think we're going to do a naval landing too. With the Air 30 stack. That's why we didn't raise all the armies. USA sides with them as well. And we're gonna actually send the China army over here. India army over here. German army. Send here. Just have them defend. I mean, the Austrian army is pretty wrecked right now anyways. Let's see. Austria actually has a war goal on us. I think the borders look a little bit better if we have Central Hungary in there. And our screenshot's not going to include the US borders, so it's kind of irrelevant, but... I mean, we could take Boho. We could take these three as well. I guess we'll look and see how things develop. Infamy is just a number. War is just a historical event, basically. 100% agree with you guys. You're thinking to yourself, how high GDP can you get with OPM without joining a market? I don't know. You're going to be severely limited by trade because you're only going to be able to trade so much before you need more convoys, and you can only get so many convoys. And trade also blows, but that's like a different thing, right? So, South American army, no doubt, can help over here. In fact, we might give you guys a little bit more heat. Oh my god, our queue is almost empty. No! Not the queue. The queue must never end. Not the queue, not my gumdrop buttons. Wow, paper freaking... Alright. I guess we kind of don't really want any war goals on the US, do we? French are moving to Lancashire. Big nice. God, it takes so long. It's so laggy. Yeah, we're gonna go West Slovakia, Moravia, Bohemia. We're gonna be sad if Qing sides against us as well, because we'd rather take Qing provinces, but actually none of this matters. It's gonna be the last war. An agitator appeared to enact secret police. How do you even agitate for that? Secretly, obviously. In secret. God, if this collapses our economy mid-war, that would actually be kind of catastrophic. I kind of regret adding all this construction now, to be honest. Whoa. And suddenly we also have huge government administration problem. Something like this. The construction queue is filled again. We almost certainly want one of these guys defending as well. Even if we think we can push. This guy's perfect. Perfection. Alright, no one else can join. This is the war. This is the one. We'll probably enforce everything. Once we... Maybe we'll just let this guy push a little bit, but then actually use him as a landing. Actually, maybe we're just supposed to land with our 200 stack. Where's our 45 stack when you need them? 42 stack. Let's send this guy over here. He's gonna land with the 30 stack into Ingria. And then our 200 stack we're gonna bring over here. For a second I thought that was backing down. I was like, well, that works. It was not backing down. .42 stack, we will land Ingria. With the 30 stack here. And then I think this 80 stack we don't like really need here, to be honest. Seems gratuitous. So we'll try and land here with the 200 stack. Where's the 200 stack? Or they're traveling. Alright. If you're traveling, you can initiate though. God, this UI is clunky as hell sometimes. So we'll do that. Because we got another person pushing over here. Yeah, so this will be fine for us. And we're already making good progress here. Pushing in there. Looks like we might have a little bit of a struggle on this front, so we'll set another guy to defend. Mexico's having a time. It do be like that. Wow, we actually ran out of convoys? Holy. That's wild, because we have like no trading, so let's just look where we have very little info. Add some ports there. Holy crap, literally the Golden Horde. 3v3v3 soon? It's March? Am I hearing 3v3? People are agitating for 3v3v3. There's a small but vocal minority who wants the 3v3v3, I think. I mean, we can pull it. We can pull it. I mean, every time I pull it, it's like... people are not generally as thrilled. We are landing here. Or while we're pushing, actually. While we're trying to land. Not sure the landing goes through, to be honest. Oh no, we're losing ground to the USA. Whatever will we do? Let's move those guys to that front. It looks like we're getting free push here. Because they don't know how to divide their army. Also, our army's just like way bigger than theirs there, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I think we're okay with these guys coming in here instead. Don't need this front to get more coverage. The front unassigning's been real bad. Where's the U.S. cap now? Oh. You right. We took it in Pennsylvania. Where is the U.S. cap? I assume it would be reverted to... No, that's not what we want. Yeah, I think it's been reverted to being District of Columbia, it looks like. Oh my god. I can't click the button. The people who have spoken agitating for 3v3v3. Let's run a poll. Let's see in the YouTube chat. Start poll. 3v3v3 question mark. This would replace 3v3v3, but it's IRL. Fight to the death, basically. Generalist, did you upgrade your CPU? Did not. Wait a minute, he's actually annexing Russia? No way? Yeah, dog. We're doing it. He's beginning to believe. What war goals do they have on you? It doesn't matter. Kazan, West Galicia. Doesn't matter what the war goals are. It's 3v3v3, but it's the anti-generalist super vits only. 3v3v3v1. Generalist is Russia, and the winning team is the one to subjugate him. God, that would be the worst timeline. I just try and live as long as possible. Since no one's opposing you, I guess we cautious advance here. What does SP mean? Single player. So would people prefer the single player streams like this? This is a single player stream. Or would people prefer the 3v3v3 format? This is the question here. I think since we already have the cap, we'll move these guys on over. It's not Jover till you say it's Jover. That's probably true. Yeah, we'll give him that. Spitting Fire was completed. Yikes. Let's get some kill rate for 5 years, I suppose. And workers' protections. The time has come to see if we collapse the economy with our workers' protection. Yeah, we're gonna not get a huge negative to throughput. What the hell has happened? Man. The front unassignings have been so consistent. This, like, we've had to deal with them so much now. Really feels bad, man. We're just gonna lose a bunch of territory, too. It's obnoxious. Move some navy over there. I guess the 75 stack we do not need over. Like, this is the final war, so. Looks like we're actually getting a push on these guys. I mean, we're definitely pushing with this stack. I think we just have these guys on advance. And mobilization, you know what we could do is we could just turn on the aeroplanes here. Which will give us a lot more occupation with this army that's basically not being opposed. Alright, this 80 stack. We went over here. The poll's rigged by an anti-3v3v3 council. Oh, let's see how it's going. Oh, we see a lot of no's. Conspiracy to prevent the 3v3v3 stream. Yeah, just a very vocal minority. Pretty sure he's hired bots. Yep. Hard botting. 3v3v3 as long as there's no banter. Wait, what? And taxes are very low. Gotta bump that GDP before the game ends. Yeah, this is true. We'll do that. We will do that. Actually, to be fair, we can kind of lower taxes now. We do have to get up to the construction level that is respectable before the end. It's probably hard to go wrong with just putting it where do we have unemployed people the most? Northern Bengal specifically is going to be fantastic because they have 100% MAPI. So do a lot of these states, to be honest. Look. Minus 3.4 million. That's like radical Belarus. God damn it. God damn it. This is the worst thing that could happen to us. This is so obnoxious. The thing is, this is gonna make our... We can't have a screenshot with radical Belarus. Yeah, this is terrible. Bro. Alright, let's see if the economy collapses with workers' protections. Five-year plan is successfully completed. Let's go, baby. Vocal minority, but it's almost 50-50. Someone's logging on to alternate accounts. We're just gonna raise the taxes for now. Maybe we don't need them that raised. Just lower taxes and blame what's called for collapsing the economy. Looks like our landing finally gets in here. Russia's done. USA is probably going to cap out soon here too. Wow, what a surprise at who won the election. Never would have suspected that. So, the Industrialists are also kind of happy with this, but they're kind of a rel. The petit bourgeoisie being... I guess we can put him in Gov. Now they're getting full occupied. Wow, when did they get that? Oh, have they always had that? Maybe they've always had that. Oh my god, we're so close to the construction we need in our souls, in our heart. I don't construct with my hands, I construct with my heart. Almost done with the Ukraine run? Yes, but we do have to deal with this Belarusian thing. Actually, we're gonna have to go beyond the end date to deal with it. God, that sucks. I don't think we get it before the end date. Not like this. We don't get the nice... That's so obnoxious. We don't get our screenshot before the 36 mark. I wish you could just pop the wars immediately. God, everything about this sucks. Surprised the US hasn't just like capped out. Right, there's no way we get this in before. We're pushing here, but doesn't matter. Screenshot ruined, yeah. You can't complete anything unsuccessfully. Interesting. Three v three v three, but one team is against the 3v3v3. Who are we invading and why? We're invading Russia. We just finished. Belarus. Maybe load to avoid the Belarusian thing. Yeah. July's. Yeah. I mean, maybe we get it done. And I don't think we have a good autosave now to load to avoid the Belarusian thing. I guess, I mean, the screenshot's really important. And it has to be before 36. I guess we try. How did we actually annex Russia? Skill game. Yeah, Kiko's got the answer there. For those of you on the YouTube. For those of you in Twitch, you'll never know how we did it. Unless you watch the entire time. Alright, so this is pre-Belarusian. Okay. We've done a lot of clicking in the interim, which sucks because we lose our clicks, but that's fine. It's not the biggest deal. I know what clicks we wanted to do, though. A lot of these. What the hell? I think that should get us maybe up to the point. Where's our 30 stack? Let's move you over here. We'll put you in on this front once it gets opened. No Belarusian screenshot ruin for us. Pay me like £5 and I'll put it on Twitch. 5 ducats. But yeah, this is the annexation of Russia. I guess you're seeing it here. This is, we made it so they had an isolated market as well, right? And then this is a big part of why they decayed down. So like that's why we released Armenia and Georgia specifically, although we're not annexing Armenia. Why yeah, we can't tolerate the Belarusian interference in our screenshot having. Do some of that. I think that, do we have, no, we already minimized the colonial institution. I forget if we have to load back 1 or 2 saves to avoid this. We can't ruin the screenshot, man. We're already bankrolling you guys. Please stop revving. We're giving you money. Stop it! Leave Belarus alone. Classic Lukashenko experience. Remember, no Russian. But what if I'm in a hurry? What does it say for them in the domestic tab? This is what we're gonna check. Devante with the right idea. Maybe we can force them to pass a law that will avoid the rev. Universal suffrage is what they want. And they can't try and pass it. Because why? And it's extreme and critical. Why can't you try and pass it? Because you tried to pass it and you failed. Is that it? Or you tried to pass it and you're like, just kidding. Son of a bitch, man. Okay. Well. This guy's a jingoist. The rural folk has the most clout. Agrarianism would make the rural folk happier, I think. Please pull this out. Not the screenshot. How do we donate to Ukraine? For the charity, which is what we currently have up. The link is in the description below if you are on YouTube. To me, I don't have it set up. I didn't want to set it up while I was trying to raise money for Ukraine. It's not set up, so you can't donate to me. If you want to donate to me, you wait until next week, I guess. Or you donate to Ukraine instead. Humanitarian relief. Oh, it's pain. So much pain. Make it stop. Thank you, Michael Moss, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. This means we can't get our screenshot though here. I'm not gonna say I'm mad at Paradox, but I am disappointed. I guess if we're gonna fight it, let's load an autosave where we don't have to wait like 2 months. We're annexing Russia either way. Belarus is not part of it. I think if he super chatted, he meant to donate to me. If you meant to put that to Ukraine, just let me know and I'll donate to them instead. Yeah. This makes me so sad, man. Everyone's gonna screenshot shame us. I hate being screenshot shamed. Terrible. Okay, this is the smallest one we've gotten, so that is something, I guess. I mean, maybe we could do this before the end date. You know what we'll need, actually? Someone like this, pushing. Yeah, I did a super chat. You're on YouTube. Yeah. Our far-right candidate just got endorsed by Orban. Yikes. Yikes. Actually, you know what? Maybe we actually even want this 80 stack. Yeah, we want the 80 stack to do it. Maybe, just maybe we can get it done before the end date. I mean, it's May. Oh, actually, it's May. No, wait. Yeah, it's gonna take... God, it takes so long for these plays to go through. It's like 100 days total, I think. But we'll occupy them really quick. I guess that'll be the best for... maybe this is okay. The thing is we actually don't want to have any troops mobilized. Like, when we zoom out and you see the, like, Diplo play and, like, all the little troops and all this ruins the screenshot, so... We're CGG. You'll follow the link as well? Alright, thank you so very much. Oops, wrong emoji. The Venezuelan one was not the right one, or the meat one was not the right one. I like the meat emoji, though. Austria-Hungary is getting bodied here, though. 5-year plan, but we didn't get anything from it. I mean, this is the best chance we have of enforcing on them before the end date. June. So July, August. I'm not sure we get it done fast enough, but we'll see. Why is Spain purple? I actually low-key love the purple. It's purple because of reasons, though. Alt F4 removes the game GUI. Thanks, bud. We don't, yeah, so I think it's actually bugged. Like, before they had, like, an autocratic, like, presidential thing, I think. And that turned them purple, but I don't know why they stayed purple when they swapped back. Gotta keep the queue going. Don't want to get queue shamed by chat. You just slot in the right companies. Just like looking at Antofagasta and then like we haven't swapped a company in a hot minute. Wait, how do we have this if we don't have Antofagasta? Yeah. Definitely been playing a little bit loose overall on this run. God, I wish we could just spike the rev immediately. Alright, we actually have resistance, so we're just gonna move this guy to this front instead. And that should be done. I wish we could make this go faster. So, did SOL creep up when we put in minimum wage? I haven't seen it really. Oop, definitely want to build those. There's so many PMs to do, so little time. Oh yeah, we annexed all of Russia, that's why. none of this like fundamentally matters. I don't know why I'm doing all this. It's just like I can't not do it because it's like correct or whatever. One day, one day. That was a fat annex, though. Alright. That Q should keep us going till the end of the game. We don't shame you, man. Maybe you don't. I get GDP shamed all the time. How are your businesses profitable? What do you mean? Wish there was a handle rebels button. Yeah, this would be nice. Again, it doesn't really matter what we research. We're in August. Maybe we can finish that war. But yeah, we managed to click all the things. Do some of that. So hopefully this is real quick. Oh, it is. How much occupation we get? Half? Or just under half? No. We need it to be in less battles. Oh my god, the delay between us clicking and us being able to... so long. They do churn through right quick, though. Is it full occupied? No, we need one more battle. Son of a bitch. I remember you said you lived in Romania. I do not live in Romania. I live in Southern California. I don't have an opponent on Moldova becoming part of Romania. Other than there's a lot of referendums that aren't really referendums, you know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down. So I don't know what that is. Yeah. I do not live in Romania. You might be confusing me with Ludi. Ludi lives in Romania, or actually I don't even think he lives in Romania. I think he is Romanian. This is a different thing, so. Oop. Fat annex. Half of it is inhospitable. Bro, it's a fat annex. There's so much resources in all this. Alright, maybe we get them fast enough. It's 14 a tick. One can pray. Certainly get this done fast enough. You're gonna enjoy PowerPoint mod for Victoria 3 Generalist Gaming. You're from Southern California, so I'm so sorry. Bro, the weather's so nice here. Literally confusing it with Ludi, yeah. Ludi probably has an opinion on Romanian things. I do not. Oh, look at little Austria-Hungary. Looking so little. Also stand some of these really big armies down. I'm gonna leave a couple up in case we get that. I guess none of it fundamentally like doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're just home stretching it right now. I wish the Ukraine was further this direction. It's not because we didn't annex Belarus, which is like a vibe. It's kind of unfortunate. Austria 1/3 of Hungary, basically. I think the referendum on 3v3 is vastly more important. Talk about the chicken in a German accent? I don't know what that's in reference to. Okay, maybe we get it done in time, but just like barely. Cause it's like, ugh, look at this UI. I guess we could delete literally all of our military to make it go away. To get the best screenshot possible. How does 3v3v3 even work? Tripedal balance. 3 teams battle it out to increase GDP as much as possible. And the idea is that hopefully the 2 weaker teams generally coordinate against the stronger team and you achieve some sort of balance this way. Because 3v3 would not be balanced at all. Neither would like 4v4. Although 4v4 would probably be a little bit better than 3v3. They should really allow multiple annexation plays at once, 100%. There's a tiny bit of Austria and Poland. Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that one. Can you just capitulate, please? We want our screenshot. We want our mighty, mighty screenshot. We're gonna post this on Reddit. We did get over 2 billion GDP as well. I guess we could fix up our PMs and tank taxes. The last minute here. Oh, no, we didn't want to do that one. We don't want diesel and steam. We want steam and electric. Yikes. Big yikes. God, we have nearly 1 billion pops. Holy shit. I didn't even realize. Do be like that, though. We have so many peasants. We must have just an enormous amount of peasants, yeah. Our economy could have been so much bigger. I failed you guys. I'm sorry. Mod that devolved leadership of the country to the 5 ministers would be goated. That'd be interesting. Yeah, looks like we will get the annexation off in time. The game is chugging. Yeah, it is big slow. But there we have it. So let's get this screenshot ready. What should we screenshot? Or this, or should we screenshot this? Probably this. Something like this. Russia, what's going on? You're not looking too hot. Now that Ukraine owns Russia, does that make some Russians little Ukrainians? I do not endorse the subjugation and bigotry of another population. This is a no-no, okay? We could release Russia. They'd become the USSR immediately. Also, that would, like, we'd lose a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, we couldn't just, like... Actually, you know what? Maybe they... No, there's... I was thinking maybe there's a high enough chance that they just back down, that maybe we could save scum it all the way through, but there's not. This has got to be the most disgusting part of this border gore. Let's also screenshot this, because this is easily the funniest thing in this run. This is the only Belgium state. No, wait. There's unincorporated pops where? No, that's their only state. I mean, we have interests all over the globe. We don't have an interest in Iberia or here, I guess. but California flag goes hard. What's the California flag? We'll take a quick look. I missed it. That California flag does go hard. Holy shit. USCRC. We do like ourselves some bear flags. That Chile flag's pretty sick too. Confederation of the Equator. Interesting. Well, let's take a look at some of the stuff, because we're going to call this the run. So, Prestige. Only 4x the next guy. France is doing really hot. This is, like, one of the best we've ever seen France doing, and I think a big part of that is, of course, that the UK got absolutely brutalized. North German Fed, 130 million, despite losing Silesia and some of the eastern states. United States, 92 million, despite this border gore. Great Britain still at 116, despite, you know, this obviously, with, of course, the most cursed capital in Belfast. Everyone remembers when the UK moved their capital to Belfast, the most non-controversial capital you could ever have for the UK. Italy's doing alright. Generally speaking, we didn't mess with the GPs too much, which, like, we would have if we were trying to go for, like, something a bit more ambitious. Spain's doing alright. Great Qing's not doing okay. Great Qing's not okay. Stop, he's already dead. That's kind of Great Qing. Neither's Austria-Hungary, which is going to decay to minor power soon. SOL, second only to Norway. Population, how Great Qing still has 150 million. That's wild. But we just nabbed like half their pop. Blah, says Dragon Force. I agree. Belgium and China. Yeah, for those of you who are not here throughout this is the only state that they control. This is just the only state that Belgium controls. And we had no hand in this. This is not us at all. This is France. Or we released UA from Great Qing, and then Belgium conquered UA, and then when France went to annex Belgium, they took, you know, this state, and Guangdong, or whatever, leaving Belgium isolated, landlocked in China. It do be like that. You gotta go, says Kiko. See you later, my guy. Confederation of Ecuador sounds dope. Yeah, maybe we already got our screenshot. Let's take a little bit of a save, that, in case we, like, want to do something else. And let's release the Confederation of the Ecuador. Top for screenshot, basically. Dude became Soviet Union at his height. Pretty much. I think we're actually considerably bigger, but... like, just in terms of, like, the contiguous stuff here. Let's release him as independent. Confederation of the Equator, just right there. That's an interesting one. It's just these states? I haven't really seen that before. Blah, blah, blah. I agree. But I think we're going to call it. I think we're going to call it. So for the Twitch, I guess we want to find someone to raid. Is Hidden Cup live? Let's see if they're in the middle of a game. If so, we're going to host it, or we're going to, yeah, we're going to raid T90 official. Age of Empires 2 made kind of a huge comeback, and this is one of the bigger, more interesting tournaments. The premise of the tournament is it's a bunch of pro players, but nobody knows who's playing who. And so this is for the Twitch people. Nobody knows who's playing who, and so... oop, I kind of made a little bit of a mistake in terms of how we're supposed to raid this. But nobody knows who's playing who. I'll also link this in the YouTube. Let's link this in the YouTube as well. Here. So we're going to raid... /raid T90 official. But the premise is it's a bunch of pro players, nobody knows who's who, so that's why it's the hidden, and it's also got an enormous prize fund, which is quite impressive. So We'll link this to the YouTubes as well. But we are going to be outroing here. We will raid. See you guys all in T90's channel. And then for the YouTubes, we have the link. If you like the video or the run, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. This is going to be the last day that we have the donation QR code as well. So if you wanted to donate to save money or to give humanitarian aid to Project Hope, is in there. Of course, the link will stay up, and I'm not sure. I think the thing will stay up for a while, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you to everyone who donated, and everyone have a good one. Bye-bye now.